Chester went on Wednesday, January 8th, 2014. We had a rather slow day in the market overall. Looking at the S&P 500 next daily time frame, you can see the candle that I'm highlighting for today, basically a doji after this mild pullback from the recent New Year's Eve highs of 1842, a very shallow blip. Again, hesitant to even call it a pullback or a dip, considering the price is still above all these rising and properly aligned moving averages on the S&P daily chart. Still nowhere near anything remotely close to, let's say, a sharp dip, let alone a correction. The structure of the S&P daily chart going all the way back to May now, rising channel, like blue lines broke out from it, and we're still kind of just pushing up near the highs. And the issue is whether this is kind of all she wrote, this little blip before we press on to 1900 or 2000. You of course want to be prepared for that. That's why we do these videos. That's why we're armed with ideas and we don't get caught in a bias. But once again, I keep coming back to the notion that it's just a more of a selective market. You have to be careful. You have names, like Twitter that sold off yesterday and actually got some downside follow through today. Netflix sold off yesterday and today it did finish in the green, but you can see what I'm getting at. These things likely, now I know we've seen V-shaped rallies to new highs. We saw that many times in 2013. Believe me when I tell you that's not always the case. In fact, more often than not, when you see some aggressive, abrupt selling after a fierce extended uptrend, usually the selling kind of needs some time to kind of sort itself out before another healthy uptrend ensues. At least typically that's how it happens. Now, I know Twitter and Netflix are two of the stocks that bears are cherry picking. So let's go to the stronger ones too. I mean, Google, just a freight train, really. I mean, that's the best way to describe Google. It's a freight train. This was the big earnings gap higher, I believe, back in October, and it never looked back since, holding that 20-day moving average brilliantly. Almost has that Tesla look from last summer to it, which is amazing considering how big Google is, and they've been around now for a while. But still, again, monster stock, freight train, and I think the key with Google is just watching this 20-day moving average, see how it trades. Now, would I chase it up here? That's tough to do. It depends on your style, but it's a tough short. I think that's pretty much my point there. Google, Amazon, similar kind of thing. Might be setting up to pull the same routine that Google just did. Watch Amazon over $405 a share. Nice tight base action there. Facebook acting pretty well here, holding this major level. You can see the 54.50, 54.60 area. Hard not to like it, I think, over 58.55, 58.60. I would definitely 58.60. I would have that as your next trigger on a name like Facebook. LinkedIn gotten weak, stay weak, but yesterday was a pretty good reversal, bullish engulfing candle, and we'll see if bulls can follow through on that throughout the week. So I think those are pretty much your marquee names. Tesla still just kind of trying to find some firm ground here, I should say, a firm floor after this, what happened into the fall. 145 is still, I think, the key below. But for now, again, Tesla just trying to kind of stabilize here. And if you can clear above 160, again, it's a tough name to short. I would hate to be. Tesla's a very tough name to short. But if you are going to short it, then I think you have to be disciplined. You have to wait for it to go back below 145. If it gets there, if you want to go long, over 158 probably gets the squeeze going to the upside there for Tesla. Obviously, a lot of the China names were hot. I mean, Baidu, Sina, QIHU, a bunch of them, VIPS. A lot of China internet names. VIPS still might be actionable. Name one to have in your list. But other names to keep on watching alongside Chipotle Mexican Grill. I've been talking about this one forever. It's been a long base. It hasn't quite moved. It hasn't moved yet, but you can see it's got that coiled look to it. So maybe about 537. Almost there. CSTE, still nice kind of move there. Shutterstock, SSTK, nice move there. ACHC, I think another name kind of to keep on your radar there. PNC, a financial, you can see trying to clear well-defined resistance there. And CF, the fertilizer, I would definitely keep that in your watch list. Decent looking setup there. And on the short side, Costco. Been looking at that for a while. Ford, keep an eye on that one. So hope you find these ideas useful. Let's see what the market gives us tomorrow.